Shalom Israel. First and foremost, we like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kodash. The honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Man Stone. Shalom to you, brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching His word in sincerity and in truth. It is your brother Shapal from the James Jamaica camp. Right, so I'm going to listen today, based upon this wildfire in Los Angeles in the United States of America. Right, I just want to do a lesson just to say that look, it's a judgment of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai, and America, it's being judged. Ultimately, we know that it's going to be ultimately destroyed. Right, thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai. It's prophesied, that America is going to be 100% desert. Right now, America, I can see that in the scripture, the word America, when you read it. But according to Revelation 11, it speaks of that place that's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Egypt referring to the house of bondage, where, because, ancient Egypt is where Israel served slavery. Now, we are the Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians, right? And this is where we face captivity, both the northern and the southern kingdom, right? Sodom, that's self-explanatory. America pushed all of these confusion, right? Babylon also, right? Is carried the spirit of Babylon, spirit of Sodom, spirit of Egypt, right? Because Babylon go back to Babel, which means confusion, right? Now, we're going to bring out a short article on this fire, and then we're just going to some scriptures just to solidify the point that everything we see basically is a Lord's judgment, but ultimately it's just a wake-up call, because America is really circling the drain, right, and the world at large, But let's just get into this article. USA Today. This is and this is, let me see if the date is on there. Yeah, that's January the 9th, 2025. It says, while it's a wind-fueled fire still torching LA area as thousands flee, and it says live update. Right, it says Pasadena, California, firefighters on Thursday continues to battle multiple deadly wildfires that erupted across Los Angeles, created an apocalyptic scene. It's like, yeah. Right, as residents were forced to escape the raging inferno. At least 5 fires were active in Los Angeles country, scorching more than 27,000 acres across the region. According to California, the Pasadena, it's like the Palisade fire in the Crystal Pacific Palisade community of Etron fire, located east in the foothill of the San Gabriel Mountain, remained the largest blaze with 0% containment. Right, so hell is raging, and it referred to them as I referred to the scene as an apocalyptic. And you see what I'm right now in the fire in this thing, as you can see this video here. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna play the see if I can play a bit of this video. I think I can play it, but the scene right there is pretty horrific, man. Because when you watch the blaze, houses on fire, cars on fire, it's like out of a movie. And it's not. It doesn't reach the time when the Lord will begin to really fully judge, America. or the earth at large. So if this is a scene out of an apocalyptic movie, or an apocalyptic scene, like the end of the world type thing, and it's not the end, what is the end going to be like, right? This is there's a lot of scripture I've queued up, but let me just get these ones. It says Jeremiah 51 and verse 6, it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense, right? So it's a flee out of the midst of Babylon. Right? And when we flee as men of the Lord mentally, man, spiritually. It's just say, if you be risen, seek the things that are above. You know what I mean? In Colossians. So we flee out of Babylon, or the mindset of America, which America has reached through the four corners of the earth, spiritually, right? Because it's a very influential place, So even on the landmass America, man, it's gonna get judged. A lot of people even fleeing, literally fleeing, man. But you flee spiritually, and cleave unto the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's what the spiritual men are doing. This is verse 7 says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken, right? See, all the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right? So Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Hold for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. And this is the point. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone in his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up unto the sky. So the scripture says we would have healed Babylon, but he is not healed. There is no healing medicine for America, right? It is circling the drain, as I said before. Ultimately, it's going to be totally destroyed, because what we're heading into now is a third world war, and the land of America has never get touched before. We have Putin, China, Kim Jong-un, all of these leaders, Iran, all of their allies, man, are basically prepping, and there's going to be a third world war, so you're going to have countries shooting off ICBM missiles at each other, man, and ultimately America is going to get hit, right? That's what's coming to America. So it's no longer going to be any a safe ground. Ultimately it's going to be destroyed, right? Because scripture says everybody flee to their own country. There's not going to be no safe ground on the earth. You know what I mean? But it goes to show that a lot of people is basically live in America, man, because they know, or they can see the climate in America. America is not what it used to be. That great city, is basically, it's falling. So America is not what it used to be. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 15, and we start at verse 7. Said, therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely committed, neither shall I suffer them in those things which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Scripture says, set a mark on them that sigh and that cry for the abomination that be done, in the city. So basically, a lot of people is gonna get put to death if you're not on the side of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, if you're not sighing and crying, right? If you don't feel that this is a unjust society, and you don't feel that judgment, should be dished out upon America or all of these nations that have done wickedly, then you don't get destroyed just the same, man. I say, Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive the innocent blood, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Right, so the Lord I go save him elect. So behold, my people is led as flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. So the time when America is going to get destroyed, right? The Lord I go beam up when those ICBM missiles hit America, right? The Lord I go beam up his elect. And it also one of the news we can hear or we can see the scene we have smoke, from afar, and it remind me of Revelation 18. We say the smoke of her burning, I go up, people are gonna stand afar and basically see and witness. But when the scripture speak, man, it not speak of this fire will just consume half of the star, a little fraction of the state of Chicago. They speak about the whole America. The whole America. Right? It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy the land thereof. So you can see that it's not speaking about ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt got smite with plagues. Right? The fire is one of the plagues, and the scripture said they are spirits created for vengeance. Right? So spiritual, we know that this is the Lord Yahweh Shai basically judging America, man. You know what I mean? But scripture say, as with plagues as before. You know what I mean? So back then, you can read in ancient Egypt the plagues that Egypt suffered, right? And this time in this Egypt, the Lord is gonna bring terrible judgment upon Egypt, man, and deliver his people, right? It says, verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten, and the plagues and punishment that Yahweh Shai shall bring upon it. Right, so it's a beginning stage. It's a beginning stage, man, until the ultimate destruction. Right? It says, this is Isaiah 19 and verse 14. It said, the Lord said, the Lord hath mindled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every works thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. So it's just what the Lord had mindled a perverse spirit. Right? So no matter what them try, America is just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. The dollar is sliding. America, that power that they have is dwindling. Everybody looking at America like, what? A lot of millionaires leaving America, pulling out of big corporations. The economy is taking a plunge. People can't really sustain themselves. Right? So what we're looking at is the decline of a great power. That have a iron fist, ruling the society. So we're seeing a great decline in that, man, before our eyes. But this is just the beginning stage, man. There's a lot more coming. There's a lot more coming to America and the world at large. So these are just warning. Because the end is not yet. The end is definitely not yet. Let me see. Okay, this is just a couple. Alright, let me just get this since I'm in 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 17, it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the poor shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as what? Scourges for amendment. To scourge someone, it means to beat them, to punish them. Right? Amendment means to make to amend, to make whole. Right? So the Lord basically beat his people, you know what I mean? For the betterment of them, for them punishment basically. Right? So that he can be at one and at peace again. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a learning factor that, look, this is the reason why the Lord doing this. It says, verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourge, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So they've not returned from them wickedness, nor be mindful, thinking that, look, okay, why these things are happening? Maybe, we are doing something wrong then, As somebody where I get a beating, would have really thinking of the mind that, hey, wow, wait, something alright, yes, sir. Let's try this another way, But the scripture say what? Is there not a God in Israel? We're supposed to turn to your power, man. When these things reach our people, main thing we do is turn to our power, man. But as I said before, hey, what can you do? The Lord has put a spirit on them, to move that way. Right? But this is what is prescribed for America at large, man. I just wanted to do a little video on that. I hope this was edifying. With that one, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Shai, Bashem, Kodash. To the honors to the elders and apostles of great milestone. Shalom to you, brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.